Is Kawhi actually a better player under pressure than the great Kobe Bean Bryant?
Yes, he is. You understand, statistics are records of events. When they say in late and close games, Kobe Bryant shot inefficiently, his team got less efficient, those numbers are records of events that occurred. We could go back and watch the video and you will see they all occurred.
What? Max Kellerman set the whole NBA community on fire by saying Kawhi is more clutch than Kobe based off the stats. Goddamn stats. What is up, dudes, dudettes, ballers, players, it's your boy MJ. I think almost everyone agrees, Kobe is more clutch than Kawhi. I had to make this video after what Max said.
Stay off the weed!
Quick note, this whole video was recorded before Kawhi Leonard hit his amazing game winner in Game 7, and he's definitely adding on to his clutch resume. But I still don't think that he's as clutch as Kobe, as I'll explain later on in the video, but I had to include the mention of the game winner because, wow. I think that a lot of people have forgotten just how clutch Kobe was. Some say he wasn't clutch at all, and others say he was the most clutch player of all time. So I want to break down how clutch Kobe was exactly. And I just want to say that I read all the comments on my last video, and I want to thank you all for all the wishes. The recovery process for hepatitis and jaundice is slow, but here I am with my second video after the blasphemous I heard from Max. And to the 96% that aren't subscribed, man, that number has gone higher. Please subscribe! Clutch play doesn't always mean the last shot. Clutch play means under more pressure than normal. It can be the last shot. It can be the games in the playoffs, the last 5 minutes of a game, an important game. It's a combination of all these things. Not everyone responds well to that sort of pressure, others learn to respond to that pressure, and some embrace the moment and elevate their game. So to understand how clutch Kobe was, let's first talk about last shots. We know Kobe Bryant to take the last shot. It's why we say Kobe when shooting a shot, or maybe because Kobe did this. Throughout his career, he has taken the most game-winning shots in NBA history and made the most in NBA history. He has also missed the most in NBA history. Kobe has shot 31 of 115 in game-winning shots. That means he's hit 31 game winners and also missed over 80 of them. Shooting only 31.5% seems like he's not that clutch, and that's what the Max Kellermans of the world would want you to believe. But that doesn't tell the whole story. That doesn't tell the difficulty of these shots, how defenses doubled and even triple teamed Kobe, how everyone knew that Kobe would take the final shot, and how he would still somehow get a shot up. From 2001 to 2011, NBA GMs picked Kobe as a player they want the ball with in his hands for the last shot. 10 straight years. And surely they saw the misses like the miss in the 2006 playoffs against the Suns, but it's Kobe's demeanor. He got the shot he wanted, got to his spot, and would make the tough shots. Make tough shots. Tough shot. When Kobe would miss, we never thought it was because of the pressure. And if we want to talk about stats, then let's talk about stats. In clutch time, which means the last 5 minutes in the fourth quarter and overtime when the game is within 5 points, Kobe has led the league or been top 5 in points per game in the clutch for 9 years, from 2002 to 2011. And in the playoffs, his clutch points per game per 36 minutes was always above 30 points. In fact, these are his stats. In the 2008 to 2010 championship runs, he averaged 39, 34.2, and 38.6 points per game in the clutch per 36 minutes, and there were a whole lot of clutch games in those runs, a combined 38 games. I understand the argument that the fourth quarter is not more important than the first 3, as Nick Wright would say, but he's wrong. Nick Wright is a dumbass. A team could play well for 3 quarters, be up by 20 points, and lose the lead in the 4th. A team could be down by 20 but play well in the 4th and make a final run to win the game. And that's what makes the 4th quarter so special. Basketball is a game of runs, and the 4th quarter is the last run. We saw it in the last series in Game 5 of the Trailblazers vs OKC when Damian led the Trailblazers from down 15 with 7 minutes left. And how you lead a team, how you pace them in the 4th quarter, all that falls under pressure as well. Kobe was known to elevate his play in the 4th quarter and save his best for the 4th quarter. Phil Jackson actually relied on it, and so did the Lakers. It's why in Kobe's 20 years of playing, he has 11 4th quarters with over 20 points, which is more than twice as many as any other player in those 20 years. In the playoffs, Kobe led the league in 4th quarter points in 2002, 2003, and 2008, averaging 8.1, 9.6, and 9.2 points. He was also top 5 in the league in 2001, 2009, and 2010. He was even efficient, either leading or being top 5 in the league in true shooting percentage in the 4th quarter each of those years. Kobe was actually efficient. I'm gonna say that again. Kobe was actually efficient. He didn't always miss shots. But all of these stats, all these numbers don't do Kobe justice. And I don't want to be Max Kellerman. Look at Max Kellerman's face when Jay Williams asked him a good question.
Performer, then Kobe Bryant.
Tell me about those clutch moments.
Okay, how about this?
No, I want you to tell me.
He froze. Let's talk about Kobe's performances, the good and the bad. There is no way I could talk about every single clutch moment in one video, otherwise it would probably end up being like an hour and a half long. But I'm gonna key out very important situations where the pressure was the highest and the more famous moments so you can understand what Kobe did. So moments like this bank 3 over the Heat are awesome, but aren't in important games, and so they're not gonna really be talked about. But still, Mamba mentality. We all know the air balls early on in Kobe's career in the 1997 playoffs against the Jazz when he was an 18-year-old. 4 air balls in the closing moments and the Jazz would win by 5 and eliminate the Lakers. And those were bad. Game 7 in the 2000 Western Conference Finals against Portland, the 21-year-old Kobe dropped 25 points, 11 rebounds, and 7 assists while locking down the guards, while Shaq scored 18 and had 9 rebounds in the second biggest comeback in the Western Conference Finals when the Lakers came back from down 15 to win by 5. You have to understand that in the 4th quarter when the Lakers were making the comeback, Kobe's defense was paramount. On top of that, he hit this jumper with a minute left and then found Shaq with this pass. To Shaq! Look at that face. When Shaq fouled out in overtime in Game 4 of the 2000 NBA Finals with the Lakers up 2-1 in the series, the Lakers were worried. I mean, how would they do it without their dominant center who draws so much attention? The answer? Kobe scored 8 points after that, including a tip-in layup with 5.9 seconds left to win the game. Kobe's first finals ever at the age of 21, and he had stepped up. That also sealed that series up. He also hits a game winner in the 2nd round that year, but hey, who's counting? But all the glories the 2000 playoffs brought him, there was also shame in the 2004 NBA Finals where Kobe and Shaq's feud pretty much leaked onto the court and the Lakers fell apart. Kobe played horribly, and besides this Game 2 game winner, yeah, he actually had a game winner that series, he really did not perform. Was it the pressure? No. But it was an under the pressure moment and Kobe shot 41% from the field and looked like he just didn't have it. He didn't make the big plays and so that definitely is a stain. The 2006 game winner against the Suns is perhaps one of the most iconic Kobe moments because of the circumstances. The Lakers were massive underdogs in the series. I know it's hard to believe because they had amazing talent like Smush Parker and Kwame Brown. The Suns were a high-powered offense, the best in the league with a 2-time MVP. Kobe sent the game to overtime with this, and then in overtime, he hit a jumper that was perfectly Kobe. I do have to mention that the Lakers lost that series after being up 3-1. God damn it, 3-1 always comes back. The 2008 NBA Finals once again were a sort of stain on Kobe. Not because he missed some important game winner, but because he didn't pace the team well as he could have. The Lakers blew a 20-point third quarter lead in the fourth quarter of Game 4, and Kobe was simply outplayed. He missed key shots, didn't make the right plays, and there was talk that Kobe couldn't win without Shaq. While Kobe averaged over 25 points and 5 assists, he shot 40% from the field and had almost 4 turnovers a game. Immediately in the summer that followed, it was the 2008 Olympics, and USA Basketball had to prove their worth after getting the bronze medal in 2004. The gold medal game was tight between Spain and USA. Team USA was only up by 2 with 8 minutes left, and in comes Kobe, who simply took over. He facilitated getting easy buckets for his teammates. He made some tough shots to keep Team USA up, and he hit threes to push Team USA on top. The gold medal game was a high-stakes situation. Whoever wins gets the gold medal and brings honor to their country. And amongst all the stars, Kobe was the closer. He also hit this dagger. He's cold-blooded. And then the 2009 NBA Finals came around. I'm not sure if people remember this, but all the pressure was on Kobe. He had already lost 1 NBA Finals without Shaq, and there was talk of Kobe not being able to win without Shaq. The Lakers were considered the favorites, but that was if Kobe would perform. Losing here would ruin Kobe's legacy because he would always be remembered as Shaq's sidekick and not the main man. And my God, did he perform. In the first game, Kobe dropped 40 points, 8 assists, and 8 rebounds. And he averaged 32.6 points a game on 43% shooting, and more importantly, the Lakers won in dominating fashion in 5 games. Kobe had answered, and with all the weight on his shoulders, he had won without Shaq. He later said it was the biggest relief because no one understood how bad he wanted it. In 2010, the Lakers would once again make the NBA Finals and get to a Game 7 which Kobe didn't play necessarily well in. While Kobe did average 28.6 points per game in that series, the Celtics completely focused on Kobe and he was missing shots, scoring 23 points on 25% shooting from the field. Anytime you have almost as many points as your field goal percentage, it's one of 2 things. Either you're having an amazing night and going off, or you're struggling. But he grabbed 15 rebounds and made the pass to Ron Artest, who made the most important 3 in the game. And Ron Artest had the best interview afterwards.
And he trusted us and he made us feel so good. And he passed me the ball. He never passed me the ball. And he passed me the ball. Kobe passed me the ball when I shot a 3. And Phil didn't want me to shoot the 3. I heard him. Because he's the Zen master, so he can speak to you.
Kobe didn't have his shot going, but he made the important plays and did something extra with his rebounds. Still, this performance was also not the best. Kobe in Game 7s doesn't have the best stats, averaging 22.9 points per game on 39% shooting from the field, but his record is 5-1 in Game 7s. You also have to remember that these Game 7 stats were a lot of times in grinded out games. For example, the 2010 NBA Finals Game 7, the score was 83-79. It was a grinded out game, so Kobe's scoring stats being diminished do make sense. He has won with and without Shaq on the game's biggest stage. So how clutch was Kobe exactly? He is one of the clutchest players ever, and he undoubtedly has been put in some of the most pressure-filled situations. One could even argue that Kobe leaving Shaq caused more pressure on Kobe before he got his first ring, and that is something most stars didn't have to deal with. I would even put Kobe as a top 5 clutch NBA player of all time. simply because the amount of moments that he has delivered are insane. There are so many moments that I didn't even mention all the game winners that he's hit in the regular season. Stats are one thing to pull out, which still show Kobe as one of the greatest in the clutch, but the magnitude of these situations and the actual moments that Kobe performed in tell a whole other story. And if you still don't believe me, ask the players like Steven Jackson, Robert Horry, Jim Jackson, Tracy McGrady, heck, even Jordan. So many players will tell you that Kobe was the clutchest player they have seen, besides maybe Mike. All players miss shots and are not always perfect in the clutch, but their ability to elevate their game and consistently elevate their game is what makes a clutch player great. This whole conversation of whether Kawhi is more clutch than Kobe just doesn't make sense. I understand Kawhi is having a great series, but this type of series didn't even make my list for Kobe's clutchest moments because it just doesn't compare to the type of moments that Kobe has been through. Kobe has had these type of series too, where he has carried the load and always made the shot in the fourth. Heck, he's even had NBA finals like that too. Kawhi's story is still going, but Kobe, he has never backed down from the moment. And that's why he's my favorite player. But what do you think? Who is more clutch in your opinion? Kobe or Kawhi? Please say Kobe. Drop a like for Kobe. Come on, man, just don't keep slandering him. The Instagram shout of the day goes to Spams, and the all-day notifications watch shout goes to my man and the guy who respects Kobe, Joshua. Thanks for the all-day support. Make sure to bell for all-day notifications, and if you're not a sub, hit that subscribe button, join the all-day community for more fire content, all-day support. It's your boy MJ. We out.
Okay, just hop in my spaceship, no.